Hi friends, Lynn and Jamie here, Monday, July 7th, 2014. Continuing our work with the higher dimension beings, today we wish our assignment is to simply offer ourselves in service. They have a job for us that's like a job ticket that came up, and so they have a job for us, and we're going to discover what it is and do whatever it is that is our assignment for the day. Now we begin. It's only to the extent that we can actually be oneness can we be of service. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. And so since our capacity for oneness presence seems to be the bottleneck for us and all beings, right?
Right.
To align our diameter of the rest of our energy bodies and therefore our lives with the diameter of the oneness chakra so that we're only living from the perspective of oneness. This is the definition of selflessness, right?
Right.
Becoming truly selfless. We're ready, and someone, like some huge being, just put like giant lips on the tube of us and blew through it, like checking to make sure it's clear from beneath. Okay, in this metaphor, the biosphere is the orange. We are the little pokey things, right?
Right.
Wow.
Oh.
And now someone, those hands, those giant hands that I call God's hands, just because they're
Right.
huge, what could they be? Are starting to squeeze the orange, and somebody else is sucking the juice out, like giant lips up there.
Right.
And we're just the straw. Now be as clean and strong a straw as we can be, like hold titanium presence. What are we clearing? Everything that is not soul energy that's destined to be present. Everything that is other than soul energy that's destined to be present. Traumas, and twisted thinking, resistance, angry resistance, blockages. That's what blockages are, right? Us locking out our own souls.
Right.
So blockages and traumas, and also the souls who are destined to pass over. That energy is coming through much more cleanly than the trauma and the resistance. Or is that just my perception?
No, that's what it feels like.
It's just like whoosh, it's just passing up and out. Whoosh. The blockages and the trauma were tough going, but this soul energy is just cleanly moving right on through. It's like it's the water of this liquidy stuff that's
Right.
passing through, whereas the traumas and the blockages are the stuff that's floating in the water. I have this sensation that when this soul energy is finished moving through us, that we'll then somehow, it's like the blockages and the trauma will be on dry land, like the river will run dry.
Right.
And then we'll be able to just pick up the blockages and walk out with them. All the soul energy that's destined to leave, be it mine or anyone else's, right?
Right.
Be it mine or anyone else's, all the soul energy that's destined to leave right now, all of it, not trying to keep my soul energy here while letting others go. What kind of weird bizarreness is that, right? All of us, me too, me too, me too, all the soul energy that's destined to leave. The energy of so many loved ones passing through. Not getting tight, not letting the heart constrict, widening the heart, widening the heart, widening the oneness chakra, widening the future chakra, no constrictions, just keeping this pillar wide, swishing top to bottom and bottom to top. We see how, just like everybody, we want to pick and choose what this means, right?
Right.
And we don't, that's not how the system works, right?
Right.
We don't get to pick and choose. We can only open up to source or close down. Those are the two choices, right?
Right.
Right. We don't get to say what the divine plan is. We just get to say how fully we participate in the divine plan, right?
Right.
So to just get these beings out into the higher dimensions where they can be free of the constricting bodies that are keeping them from fulfilling their destinies. These are souls that are trying to express through bodies that are in lockdown, not letting the souls express. So let's release them from these cages of their bodies, right?
Right.
So that they can at least work from the higher dimensions, right?
Right.
Because right now, are they able to work at all?
No.
They're just trapped they're trapped in the struggle of trying to work with a body that is in lockdown, saying no to their own soul energy. So that doesn't make any sense, right?
Right.
So the guides and the higher dimension, all the guides are saying, okay, well, we've got to get this soul energy into action, and it looks like the only way to get it into action is to get it out of these bodies that are in lockdown mode. The best plan would be to get them into action in the physical body, right? But that isn't happening.
Right.
And we're out of time.
Right.
Tick, tick, tick. How many more ticks before the boom, right?
Right.
Get this out of the bodies right now so that it can get into action right now. Boom. Oh, that feels wild. Calling in only the soul energy that's destined to occupy the physical dimension of the biosphere at this point in time. All else can just pass through us. All soul energy that's better able to fulfill its destiny in the higher dimensions is free to move through us right now. If the body minds are fighting the soul energy too hard and the soul just isn't able to express, it doesn't have to fight that brick wall anymore. Mixed metaphor. It doesn't have to fight that brick wall anymore. It can just go up right through us. Right through us. Our souls too, to the extent that they're being blocked by the body minds, right?
Mm.
What does that mean? They're talking about how good it feels to die. It does. It feels amazing when our soul is finally released from its struggle with the body. It's the best day of our life, the most joyful experience that we've ever had. It's a wonderful experience. Fear of death is just one of those weird twistings that occurs in the human mind. Does that make sense? Does it feel true?
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. There's going to be an exodus of souls. That's something wrong with that sentence. The exodus of souls has already begun. That feels more accurate to me. Does it?
Yes.
Yeah. The exodus of souls has begun.
What's the point of them coming and using bodies?
What's the point of a soul coming in and using a body?
The bodies are resistant. They don't seem capable of very much.
Right. But only the physical dimension is actually, that's where the most exciting parts of the game are being played out, right? This is the game of life, right?
What do they get out of it?
What does who get out of it?
What do the souls? What does anybody get out of there being bodies on a planet?
Here's why it's so but an especially important benefit of being in a body is this. When we as souls think we've mastered an art to the point that we're no longer listening to our guides on that art, we're rejecting the coaching because we think we have it, right? And our guides say, okay, hot stuff, into a body with you, show me. You think you've got it mastered? Show me. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience. Our souls have a plan for our lives before we're born. That plan is, I'm going to show my guide I've got this mastered, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we're born and it's harder than we thought it was going to be. Did we have it mastered?
No.
No, we did not. Our lives start to fall apart fundamentally. Instead of living our soul plan, we live a faint shadow of the soul plan that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 50 levels beneath the plan we intended to live, right?
Right. So doesn't it make sense that at a certain point...
So may we finish? So then, when the soul comes out of the body, usually it's had a reality check, hasn't it?
Right.
And now it's more open to coaching, right?
Right.
And then we try again. You were saying?
So wouldn't it make sense that at a certain point,
there's real constriction in your crown chakra. There's anger and resistance in the question, just so you know.
why do souls say yes instead of recognizing that that means they haven't mastered it?
Because they're arrogant, stubborn, etc., right?
And they never learn.
Because they lack humility, right?
Right.
They lack integrity. They have a hard time admitting their mistakes, right? They lack courage to face the fact that they need to change, right? They don't trust their guides, right? They aren't even willing to listen to their guides, right? They have no sense of oneness, right?
Right.
They're selfish, right?
Right.
All those reasons, right?
Right.
They don't have the characteristics yet. It's okay. Takes a while to get there, right? Especially in a channels out biosphere, right?
Right.
This is why it's time to change to channels up, to engage in a path of sudden awakening, right?
So does a soul stop coming into bodies in the moment when they say, I don't have this mastered?
Every situation is unique. Every person is unique. There's generalizations don't work. Different souls do different things, depending. Some souls go in right away. They say, oh my God, I don't have this mastered. Now, they recognize that the training ground on Earth, or physical dimension, it's not Earth the planet, it's the physical dimension. These souls recognize the training ground provided by a physical dimension is intense, but therefore effective if they want to do it fast.
Right.
Now, a lot of souls knew that this time was going to be very intense, right?
Right.
Because we're coming up on the end of a cycle, and it doesn't look as though the cycle is going to end well, right?
Right.
So they're looking for fast growth opportunities, right?
Right.
They abound, right?
Yes.
So everybody's going to have an opportunity to help each other in the final moments, won't they?
Right.
Will they take it? That's the big question, right?
Right.
In the final moments, will we turn around and help someone? In which case, wow, huge benefit, right?
Right.
Or will we be selfish and grasping and fight each other and hurt each other with more mini-me thinking, right? In which case, wow, we'll really get it clear in our face when we leave those bodies that we did not have any level of oneness awareness, right?
Right.
Or lacked courage. Because I'm being shown, for example, the Holocaust, another big event of mass death. And people just lacked courage, right? Or they were lazy, looking for the easy way out, waiting for someone to do it. All those things, right?
Right.
And those things will arise again this time. Of course they will, right?
Right.
This is why souls, by and large, need to incarnate so many times, right?
Right.